Hello everyone and welcome to another StarCraft 2 commentary with EXO, and today I'm going to be bringing you a game between morrow and Socke. So we're going to have morrow spawning as the green Zerg at the 8 o'clock position and Socke spawning as the light blue Protoss at the 2 o'clock position. Now this is taken from the Craft Cup semifinals, so it is going to be a best of 3, and it's quite curious to me that they're letting the players choose their own colors, because usually in tournaments you either have to be red or blue. So yeah, it's pretty much the rules all over the place. It's standard, it's how it is, but looks like in this case it was allowed, and I'm quite curious. I mean, if you look at the light blue color, it kind of blends in with the map tile set, doesn't it? So Socke has a little bit of an advantage over there, I guess, and but it's no real biggie, obviously. But yeah, it's kind of weird that they can have these colors in the Craft Cup tournament. But yeah, we're gonna take a look at what's gonna happen in this game. A match on Metalopolis. The spawn positions are crossed, so most likely gonna see a fast expansion from morrow. Is he scouting? Yeah, he's scouting with his Overlord. Doesn't see anything over here, and sending an Overlord to his entrance. And Socke has scouted has scouted morrow already. We'll know about the positioning, and we'll know that this is not going to be, well, this is interesting. Already getting a gas before pool, so most likely going to see a fast Zergling speed there. Don't think we'll see Banelings. It's rather uncommon that Zerg get Banelings in a Protoss matchup. There we go, the gas is done, 3 drones on it, and most likely going to have the 100 gas he needs to get the Zergling speed up. He's going to most likely want to get a fast expansion as well, but he hasn't really scouted this position. It's kind of risky to get a fast expansion against the Protoss. If you haven't scouted this position over here, he knows that Socke is not here at the 6 o'clock, but still, yeah, this probe is trying to delay the hatchery, but morrow didn't have the minerals yet anyway. He did put down the spawning pool, so now he's gonna, yep, there we go. Socke just taking the probe away, planting the pylon down so that the hatchery cannot go down. It's a very effective tool to get this pylon down at the hatchery position, because it's just a huge drawback actually for Zerg. Oh, and it does get cancelled. In the meantime, what did happen? Oh, he got a queen. He started a queen, so he doesn't have the minerals yet, and Socke did cancel that pylon. So, but where is his probe? Did the probe get taken out? I didn't actually notice. I think so. So, the idea is now that he invested a little bit in some Zerglings and a queen instead of having this fast hatch now. So a little bit of a drawback over there. But taking a look at what Socke is doing, he is going for the fast expand strategy himself, walling himself off here with a forge and a gateway with a cannon behind. Might see another cannon pop somewhere around at this position. Already some Zerglings scouting around. Now morrow knows that the spawn positions are crossed, but I don't think morrow has even scouted anything here. No, he does not know anything about what Socke is doing, and the fast expansion is already up for Socke. Gonna take a look at the income tab, and Socke has been chrono boosting those probes, and he has 24 probes right now compared to 18 that morrow has. So that's a pretty big deal, because as Zerg you really want to have the harvester advantage, but since this expansion over here was really delayed, he opted to get some extra queens instead, and that's always a good thing, because you can transit the second queen down to your expansion, and you can also use it as defense, of course. So Socke did pull off this this fast expansion over here, which will help him a lot in his economy. But the thing is, he has this cybernetic score is really slow, so the gateway research is going to take a lot longer time to be done, and he might just go for something like air, but no, just see a second gas only now, so that's a pretty late gas. I don't think we'll see air, but I'm very curious to see what both players are doing, because looking at morrow, he hasn't really teched into anything. No roach warren, no lair, no tech options really for morrow, just a lot of Zerglings, and that's it. He might just try some harassment over here. He might just even try, there is open space over here. This is not walled off. Oh, and morrow is making a run for it. He's going inside the main. No cannons over here. Oh, and these Zerglings are just going to do a lot of damage, I think. And he's a little bit undecided over there. Should go and get some kills while he can. Zealot is coming. And I think maybe Morrow should have just committed a little bit, even though he lost his Zerglings, would take down a lot of probes. I'm not exactly sure why he decided to do that, to back off. He had a good opportunity to do some damage over here, but yep, there we go. Trying to nibble away some probes and stopping mining as well. And gonna try and take down this pylon. Obviously, he's probably gonna take down all that he can. 2 more gateways being laid down, and a 4th one. So that's gonna be 4 gateways in total for Socke, which is gonna mean a lot of units are gonna be streaming out of here. But these Zerglings are quite annoying, taking down a lot of probes. And take a look at the harvester count right now, and we can see that Morrow is actually going is getting ahead of Socke, and Morrow is taking down a lot of probes over here with just these Zerglings, and oh my god, this is actually quite uncomfortable to be in Socke's position right now. These Zerglings are causing so much damage, and you can see how important the Zergling speed upgrade is. Without the Zergling speed, he wouldn't be able to do as much damage. And look at the income rising for Morrow, and Socke doesn't even have any gas income now. He just here we go, pause, probably went down over there. And this doesn't show in the replay, by the way. It just continues off where it was. And gonna take a look at what's happening in Morrow's base right now. He's planning an additional hatchery. I like this, but I think he could be pretty safe by even planning it over there. But the thing is, this is what I call a macro hatchery, which is basically another hatchery in base in your main where it is safe, and you just use it for extra larva production, which is always a good thing. You want to have since Zerg have a centralized larva production, then you need more hatcheries to take out more larva. And yeah, there we go. He has 3 queens as well, so he's going to be able to inject this one, which is going to result in a lot of larva. Now, a roach horn has been planted, and he is getting roach speed, and he's getting the missile attack level 1 for his units. But now we see Socke as well. He does have his 5 warp gates right now, and he is warping in a lot of units. Let's see, does he have a probe with him? There we go, the probe is coming as well. I was really surprised to see that the probe wasn't coming along. You want to have this probe to lay down a pylon either here or here. He's probably going to go for the high ground, indeed, to be able to warp in additional units. But it looks like he's going to put the pylon here. This is interesting. Usually I like to take this route since I have the high ground over here, can abuse this ramp, and yeah, the Zerg can have issues with vision. But looks like Socke is going to be moving back for some reason. I'm not exactly sure what he's thinking. There we go. Morrow does see this pylon, so he knows that an attack is imminent. When you see a pylon like that, you know that units are going to be warped in from the gateways, so you got to be real careful with that one. And a robotics bay on the way for Socke. Here it is, and a robotics facility, I mean. And I'm curious to see what he's going to want to do. Most likely going to go for Colossus in the end, because Colossus are really great. Although, if he has scouted these roaches, which I'm not sure he has, this amount of roaches, you want to skip the Colossus, really. You don't want to throw down a robotics bay and tech up to Colossus just yet. You want to get a few Immortals, because Immortals are really, really great against roaches. And looks like Socke is going for a 3rd expansion already, which is nice. He's warping some Zealots over here to take care of these Zerglings that were nibbling away at the proxy pylon. Beautiful creep spreading so far from Morrow. If you look at the map, this is really how you want to play a Zerg. This is how you want to expand your creep. And whoa, this is a lot of roaches. A lot of roaches. Gonna take a look at the unit counting station. 26 roaches. And this really is enough for 4 sentries, 9 zealots, and 5 stalkers. Thing is, the force fields can make a huge difference, because the roaches don't have that high range. Even though it's been increased to 4, it's still not high enough. And with the force fields, with good force fields, you can do well against roaches. And we got tunneling claws and burrow on the way for Morrow as well, which means these roaches are going to be able to move underground very, very soon. And 6 more roaches on the way. As for Socke, he is trying to cannon up this expansion over here, canceling them.